Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well today. My name is Irene and this is Hairy Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me once again in this video. As I promised, I want to do a second part of the first video that I did. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it below and you can watch it. We went to the market and we took a moment to just go to the market and buy our groceries. We went to the Highridge market. All the details are provided in that video. So welcome today. Today I just want us to go through a few tips on how to make your market experience the best. You want to go there and have a good experience. You want to go there and get everything that you're looking for and save money. That's a big part of this channel. You want to save money, you want to get value for your money and all that jazz. So before we continue, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is the kind of content you're interested in. I love to talk about home stuff, DIY, health and wellness and fitness. Those are the things that I love. My goal and the things I love in this life is how to save yourself money, how to get good things and good products for your family and for yourself at a good price, and all that will lead to your wellness and to your health and to the health of your family, and you will save money as well. I think I've said that way too many times. So if that's the kind of content you like, please subscribe, please like this video, leave a comment, let's interact, and yeah, keep watching. So I was just thinking about a few things as you go to the market, a few things that you need to keep in mind and a few things that came to my mind. One of the things that I thought about that can be a challenge for many is parking. If you're going to drive to the market, then you're wondering where you're going to park your car. I will insert a short clip here as I show you as I was going to the parking lot. There is a parking lot right behind the market. Yeah, there are many places you can park when you're in that area. I used to park at Highridge, that parking, but that building is being brought down. So I discovered there is a parking thanks to my sister at the back. That's where I park. They charge 50 shillings. They are aware that you're going to the market, so they've opened up that space for you to be able to park your car. The good thing with that parking is that it's controlled and there's somebody watching, so you don't need to be scared that your car can be vandalized or something like that. You can also park at Chandarana. Chandarana has a parking lot over there which is metered, so depending on how long you take in the market, you'll either pay 50 bob for 1 hour or 100 bob for over 1 hour. You know how those meters charge. Yeah. The one thing I don't enjoy about the Chandarana market is the guards. Oh my goodness, the guards are very unfriendly. They don't even allow the helpers, the young men who help you carry your stuff to your car, to enter. They literally tell them, stay car uko nje. You're supposed to bring your car, and then when you get like towards the gate, then that's when your things can be parked into the car. So I really don't enjoy, of course, parking there because of that. And of course it's a bit more expensive compared to the parking at the back. So in terms of parking, you're sorted. You don't have to worry about parking. The second thing I wanted to talk about as a tip is dress comfortably. You want to dress in a way that you will be comfortable. You don't want to go there in heels and a face full of makeup and all that kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but here in Kenya we have this thing when we meet you and see how, let's say, you're dressed and how you carry yourself, we either judge you or place you in a certain placing. Prices change depending on how you look. So when I go to the market, I leave my jewelry at home. I leave any bling stuff that I usually wear at home. I want to be comfortable, and I also want to be simple. I want to just come across as this everyday girl. I don't want to look like this person who has a lot of money and have people begin to judge me more than what they should charge me. Also, you want to make sure you have good pockets where you can keep a good eye on your stuff. You have your car keys, you have your wallet, you have your money. Like look for a jacket or a top or something where you have inner pockets, so that when you keep your things in the inner pocket, you're feeling safe. No one can reach your stuff. You will not be easily pickpocketed or anything like that. But let me add nothing bad has ever happened to me in that market. I've never been pickpocketed, I've never lost anything. So it's not that it's a big concern, but it's always a good thing to be vigilant, extremely vigilant in this country. So dress comfortably. You're going to be walking in the market, there is trash everywhere, there are food pieces everywhere. You want your feet protected. If it's a rainy day, maybe boots are a good idea, so that you're comfortable as you walk and as you step on all that is in that market. Yeah, so dress comfortably. Number 3, make sure that you have a lot of loose cash. Oh, and by the way, as I was talking about dress comfortably, there's something else that has come to mind. Don't carry your valuables. Don't carry your wallet with all your cards and your IDs and all that. Leave that stuff at home. If you have it, maybe you can leave it locked up in your car or something like that. You don't want to lose anything. You don't want to lose your wallet and lose your cards and lose your ID and start getting stressed. Leave all the good things at home. Yeah. So number 3, I was saying, carry a lot of loose money. You want to have loose money. You're going to shop. You want to easily pay for your products. You don't want to struggle with change. Not that it's a problem if you give anybody 1,000 bob, they'll still give you change. But there are places you're going to buy and you buy something for 20 bob. You don't want to give somebody 1,000 bob to pay for a product that is for 20 shillings, and you start haggling about change. So make sure you carry enough money so that you are well sorted. Yeah. So as I was saying, on the issue of money, you've carried all the money that you need. In case you run out of money and you're looking for M-Pesa, you can find yourself that you're looking for M-Pesa. I don't like paying with M-Pesa because you incur charges. If you pay everybody via M-Pesa, you'll spend a lot of extra money on that. And some people will tell you, now weke ya kutoa. So you'll end up spending so much money on M-Pesa. But if you do need M-Pesa services, just ask around. Never be scared to ask in a market. I know there is a lady who I buy from. She also offers M-Pesa services, so you can be able to withdraw money from her. The reason I'm saying ask around is because if you have to step out to go look for an M-Pesa place, sometimes you'll have to go far. Sometimes you have to go outside, go to Diamond Plaza 1, look for an M-Pesa place, and that might waste you a lot of valuable time. So in case you need M-Pesa, you can still get sorted here and there. So the other thing I want to talk about is budgeting. Have a budget so that you don't get to a place where you spent all your money. Have a budget on how much you want to spend, what you want to buy. But I always advise carry extra money, because you can see things that you hadn't planned to buy, but they are available in the market. For example, I always find cashew nuts. Cashew nuts are not cheap. Let's say I buy half a kg of cashew nuts that I think I bought for 50. That is way off budget, but I always like to have some extra cash for that purpose. Now on that issue, I always also advise for you to set aside money for your packing and for paying the people who are going to help you carry your stuff to the car. There are always these young men who are there readily available to help you carry stuff to your car. Make sure you set aside some few coins. Set aside some 50 bob and 100 bob so that you have money to pay for parking and you have money to pay the helper who is going to help you. I call this usikule fare. It's so easy to spend all your money in the market and then get stranded because suddenly you don't have money to pay for parking and you start struggling, start looking for M-Pesa, just get stressed altogether. So have a budget and set aside money for parking and for paying the people who will help you. Now on that note, there are these young men who are available in the market. They're going to help you carry your things. They offer 2 kinds of services. There are those who will just help you carry your stuff to your car. Normally they charge me 50 bob to do that. So what I do is I shop everything, and once I'm done shopping, I get in touch with one of those young men. He comes with his wheelbarrow and we are able to load everything onto the wheelbarrow and take it to the car. For that they charge me 50 bob. Other people want more help. You go to the market, you identify the young man you want to work with, provide employment even when you're in the market, and they're going to walk around with you. They'll walk, they'll go, help you buy, help you carry stuff. You don't have to lift a finger. If you say, park for me cabbages over there, they'll take the cabbage, they'll park it, and then after all that they'll take everything to the car and then you'll pay them. Normally they charge you around 100 bob. Of course you can always tip them and provide employment along the way. So there are people who are available at the market to help you. I think it's a better idea for these young men to help us shop instead of, like stealing from us. So I find that a very good and positive thing. Thing that I want to talk about is be friendly. When you're in the market, If you speak Swahili and if you speak your mother tongue and you find vendors who you can talk to in your mother tongue in Swahili, please be friendly, engage them, talk to them, smile with them. Yesterday I was full of happy new years, I haven't seen you in a long time, how are you doing, kwaje? I'm talking to them. I'm very friendly with the vendors. I like to do that because then you form a very good relationship with them. If you're gonna go to this market for a period of time, form a relationship with these vendors. After you form a relationship with them, you'll have better, it's easier for you to bargain, it's easier for them to give you better prices for products because they know you're a return customer. So I always make sure I'm in good terms. I befriend the vendors. Like yesterday when I wanted to buy extra tomatoes that are overripe, one of the vendors that I interact with was like, have all this for 100 bob, and that's because she knows me and I usually buy from her. I'm a client. Now when you're friendly with them, they're also very helpful. In case you run out of bags, they can help you with that and give you an extra bag. In case you've bought a lot of things and you can't carry everything around in the market, I usually have those vendors where I leave my stuff with the vendor, and then when I'm done shopping, I'll just come and collect stuff. Of course, be careful to remember where you left what, so that you don't get in a situation where umesahau vitu. You don't want to come home and then realize, oops, I forgot this or I forgot that. If you don't have enough money and you have a good relationship with the vendors, they'll tell you, come next time utaniletea your 20 bob. If you don't have 20 bob, utaniletea next time. Or they'll easily tell you, go utanitumia na M-Pesa. So I find it very, very helpful to have good relationships with the vendor. They'll also advise you. Like I was in this situation, I was buying minji. Not French peas, peas, just green peas. And there's this vendor I buy from, and she was telling me there's a difference between these peas and these peas. These peas are sweet, these peas are, I don't know, used for salads or that kind of thing, or the Indians really like the sweet peas, and these peas are better if you're making stew. So you see, I would not have known such things, but because I have a good relationship with this vendor, she can advise me, she can tell me, buy this or take this, don't take this is not so good, or try this and all that. So I find it a very helpful thing to be friendly and to form relationships with different vendors. When I process all my vegetables, I usually like to use either normal distilled vinegar, or apple cider vinegar. What am I saying? I like to use either of these products to wash and to clean and to make sure all my vegetables are clean. So I will wash them, I'll soak them, and then remove them from the water and make sure they're well cleaned. Actually, my house help does a lot of that. I really appreciate her. She really helps me when it comes to doing this stuff. Then after washing, make sure everything is well dried. These are my tomatoes. They've already dried up. All the water has come out. We've wiped, we've dried them kidogo, but I can see still a speck or two of water. I've left these tomatoes out because they were not fully ripe, so they will ripen over time. That's that. They're gonna ripen over time, and then we'll store them like any other tomatoes. I'll show you how I store them. My mangoes are also in the same state. They're not overly ripe, so they're just sitting in this bowl. They're going to ripen over time, and they'll be done. There are not many. They're actually, how many? 7 pieces of mangoes, so they'll be done very easily. But this ones, I leave them out on the countertop for them to continue ripening. Now, the other vegetables, I make sure they dry out. First of all, make sure all the water dries out from your vegetables before you pack them. These are peas. I have packed them in plastic bags. I don't boil my peas. I just portion them, I clean them, and then I portion them and put them in these plastic bags. I'm going to boil them when we're going to use them. Some peas, depending on the kind of peas, you really don't need to boil them. Others you just boil lightly just before you cook them. That's what I'm going to do with this one. So I've not brought out all of them. They came out to quite a number of packets. These are in plastic bags. I also I don't want to spend a lot of time on these plastic bags because, we're even not supposed to be using these bags. These are my chili peppers. I discovered they're called chili peppers. They're hot but not so hot. And these are my okra. Basically, all my vegetables are seated in plastic bags. This is my cauliflower. It's also packed in bags. I'm not showing you everything, I'm just picking a few items from the fridge just to show you how they look. This is how I'll pack my tomatoes. I pack my tomatoes in same plastic bags and keep them in the fridge. I hear people saying it's not a good idea to put tomatoes in the fridge. I don't know how else to store tomatoes when I have too many of them other than putting them in the fridge, and they seem to stay okay. I don't know if the taste changes. Maybe you can tell me that in the comment section and suggest. But all these things that I'm showing you, if you have a suggestion, if you have an idea of how I can do it better, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn from you, and I'm here to tell you what I do. So yeah, and that's just that. I have my cucumbers also in plastic bags. I didn't do much with the garlic. Maybe I'll process it some more. Right now this one is already frozen. I put it in the freezer. And same to carrots. I find when I put my carrots in a plastic bag, they don't shrivel, they don't wither, so they'll stay fresh for quite a long time, and we'll be able to use them without them changing or withering, and we're gonna use them a lot for salads. I have also my French beans, same, they're still in a paper, and some of my red bell peppers, they're still in their paper. Yeah. Now over here I have my maize. My maize was boiled. Most of it was boiled because it's soft and it wasn't a lot. So I'm going to have to go back to the market to buy more maize for making githeri, but this one was boiled. People are just going to warm it when they want to enjoy it. Just throw it in the microwave, warm it, and add some salt and enjoy it the way it is. For the greens, for the vegetables, the sukuma wiki, no, I didn't have sukuma wiki, the terere, the managu, all those vegetables, we have now washed them. They're in my sink, they're draining. I want all the water to drain out of them so that now we can be able to cut them. Once we can't cut them, we'll just lightly steam them. It's called blanching. We'll just slightly steam them. I just want to show you another batch of greens that I had before. This the batch that we are consuming now. I just blanch them and I keep them in the freezer. When they are blanched, then all I need to do is take them out and karanga them or fry them up, make them when we are ready to consume them. I'm not big at like cooking big huge meals and keeping them ready in the fridge. Once everything is processed like this, I find it just very simple to take out any of these things, cut it up and fry it, or rather make it into a meal. I find that easier. Once everything is processed, then cooking is not really a big deal for me. The potatoes and the onions and the garlic and the ginger, I put the ginger in the sun for it to dry up because it had been washed. Here they are. I haven't even done anything to them. They are whole. Maybe I could process them and make them into a paste. I haven't done that. So after normally because they are washed in the market, it's important to put them outside so that they fully dry and all the water goes away, and then you can just keep them like this. These ones I just put them under the counter. Same to the onions and the warus. I don't need to show you that. They're just in an open bag so that they just stay under my counter. I don't have much of pantry space, so that's how I store them. Something else I wanted to talk about when you go to the market, I forgot to mention this, but I'll still mention it in the same video, is bags. Normally I carry these Carrefour bags. There are so many bags now you can carry, the big bags for packing stuff, and I also carry a whole lot of these blue, red, all these woven bags. I carry enough of them. Make sure you carry more than you need and have them with you, because when you're shopping, this is a good way for you to pack your stuff and be able to carry it to the car. There are many other bags you can use. One thing I want to say about bags is once you carry your bags to the market, they get soiled and they'll easily rip. So a good thing to do, a good practice to have for your home is to separate the bags that you go to the market with and the bags that you go for your normal supermarket shopping with. That really works out well.